The Alcan Highway runs 2,500 miles from Homer, Alaska to Seattle, Washington. Alaska's Wrangell Mountains, southeast of the Glen Highway before Tok, are unparalleled in the entire drive. Make sure you see them on a clear day. Up by the Arctic Circle in May, the sun wasn't setting until almost 11, and it wasn't getting dark until well after midnight. A small obelisk marks the international boundary between Alaska and Canada, a shaved strip of forest, almost 1,000 miles long. Just across the border into Canada, the roads were terrible. Gravel with potholes and construction. It was necessary to bring food, gasoline, and water, as towns could be 100 miles apart. We saw 10 bears a day on each of the 2 days that we were in Yukon, as well as foxes, coyotes, and wolves. Considering the incredible vastness of the ecosystem that we were driving through, it's possible that the bears that we encountered had never before seen a vehicle. At the Visitor Center in Watson Lake, Yukon, near the border of British Columbia, you'll find 72,000 signs of places from all over the world. And you'll find hundreds of bison along the northern stretch of the Alaska Highway. The town of Watson Lake is where the Alaskan Highway comes from the east and meets up with the Casiar Highway coming from the west. We fully intended to go down the Casiar Highway because it's more scenic, but first we went 150 miles out of our way to go to Liard Hot Springs on the Alaskan Highway. Taking the boardwalk off to the right brings you to the headwaters of the Liard Hot Spring, cascading down out of what seems like a tropical paradise. Filtering down through mosses and other plants, the hot water emerges into the pool, crystal clear. The first, very hot pool seamlessly blends together the natural environment and a beautifully designed changing area. The lower, cooler pool escapes a dam down into a nearby stream.
The upper pool, bordering the man-made changing area, was too hot to be in for any length of time. But the lower pool, completely surrounded by nature, pristine, absolutely crystal clear, was just the right temperature to remain in for hours.
We had a lovely time at Liard Hot Springs until the last rays of the midnight sun, even though we had read that bears recently killed people in the water of the hot springs.
We didn't encounter logging, or mining, or random houses strewn about. Aside from the occasional small town, the drive seemed like a tour of what the world was before humans.
"16 years ago, in the year 2000, my friend and I hitchhiked out of Alaska for the first time as teenagers. Our huge backpacks full of random useless objects were weighing us down, so in Deese, a town marked by this gigantic piece of jade, we decided to abandon them. And in this small stretch of highway, just on the outskirts, we left them in the woods. Until 16 years later, I found his backpack and a lot of our clothes under the same tree we had left it in the year 2000.
The length of each day became noticeably shorter as we descended from near the Arctic Circle down to Washington. The entire trip, even including the detour, only took 5 days, and it seems like it was sunny for every moment of it.
The totem poles near Kitwanga are a sight worth seeing on the south end of the Casiar Highway.